You've seen it before. The ruthless rise while the good struggle. The selfish, the cunning, the ones who don't care about playing fair, somehow they always seem to win. Meanwhile, the kind-hearted, the honest, the ones who follow the rules, they're often overlooked, underpaid, or stuck in a system that doesn't reward them. And here's the disturbing question: why? We were all taught the same lesson. Work hard, be kind, play fair, and success will come. But look around. Reality doesn't reflect that promise. If morality was the key to success, why do we see the most powerful people bending, breaking, and rewriting the rules? What if I told you that everything you've been taught about morality and success is a carefully crafted illusion? Today, we're going to shatter that illusion. We'll dive deep into Nietzsche's radical ideas on power, uncover why the system actually rewards the ruthless, and most importantly, reveal how you can survive and thrive in a world that plays by different rules. Are you ready to see the truth? The hidden truth. Nietzsche's warning about power. If you've ever wondered why the worst people, the liars, the manipulators, the ones who step on others, always seem to come out on top, Nietzsche had an answer. He believed that society is built on two opposing moralities. One, slave morality, the morality of the weak, which glorifies humility, kindness, obedience, and fairness. It teaches that suffering is noble and that playing by the rules will eventually lead to justice. Two, master morality, the morality of the strong, which values power, ambition, dominance, and self-overcoming. It doesn't seek external validation or fairness. It creates its own values. Nietzsche argued that slave morality was designed to keep powerful individuals in check. It was developed by the weak, the oppressed, and the powerless as a way to control those who had the ability to rise above them. Think about it. From childhood, we are conditioned to believe that being good means being submissive. We're taught to share, to obey, to not rock the boat. We're told that if we just work hard and stay honest, success will find us. But then we grow up and reality slaps us in the face. We see the most ruthless people getting ahead, wealth and power accumulating in the hands of those who bend and break the rules. The world isn't rewarding fairness, it's rewarding those who take what they want. This is Nietzsche's dark truth. Power is never given to the most deserving. It is taken by those who understand the game. And history proves it. Empires weren't built by people who waited their turn. They were built by conquerors who seized opportunities. The most successful businessmen? They don't follow the same rules as the average worker. They use psychology, strategy, and influence to get what they want. Even in politics, those who rise to the top aren't always the most moral. They're the ones who know how to manipulate perception, control narratives, and outmaneuver their competition. Yet, most people refuse to see this reality. They cling to the comforting illusion that good always wins. They believe that if someone is rich and successful, they must have earned it through pure hard work and honesty. But that's not how the world works. Now, does this mean you have to become ruthless to succeed? Not necessarily. But here's what you do need to understand. If you keep playing by rules designed to keep you weak, you'll never win. Before we go any further, let's uncover why ruthless people have a psychological advantage and how you can protect yourself from being exploited. The psychological advantage of the ruthless. Why do bad people, the cunning, the ruthless, the ones willing to step over others, seem to rise to the top while the kind-hearted get left behind? It's not just luck, it's strategy. There are three key psychological advantages that ruthless people use to dominate in business, politics, and life. 1. They are unapologetically assertive. Most people hesitate when asking for what they want. They worry about being seen as selfish or pushy. But the ruthless, they don't ask, they take. They have no issue demanding higher salaries, seizing leadership positions, or making bold moves that others are too afraid to take. They understand that the world doesn't reward passivity. It rewards certainty and dominance. Look at Steve Jobs. His relentless drive and unapologetic vision made Apple what it is today. He wasn't concerned with being nice. He was focused on winning. Now, contrast that with the millions of brilliant, hardworking people who never speak up, never negotiate, and never challenge the system. They wait to be recognized, and it never happens. 2. They understand human nature and exploit it. Ruthless individuals don't just understand people, they use that understanding to control them. They study psychology to manipulate emotions. They master persuasion to convince others to follow them. They know when to fake kindness and when to apply pressure. Take politicians, for example. Many of them pretend to care about the people, but behind closed doors, they're making deals that serve their own interests. They don't play by the moral rules society preaches, they play by the rules of power. And it works. Meanwhile, the truly kind and honest individuals assume everyone else is playing fair. They trust too easily. They believe in unspoken agreements. They fail to recognize that they're being outmaneuvered. 3. They embrace conflict while most avoid it. The average person fears conflict. They avoid uncomfortable conversations, steer clear of confrontations, and back down at the first sign of aggression. But ruthless people, they thrive in conflict. They aren't afraid to argue, debate, or challenge authority. They understand that fear is a tool they can use to their advantage. They see obstacles not as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to dominate. Think of historical leaders like Alexander the Great or Napoleon. They faced opposition head-on, never waiting for permission to act. They took risks that most wouldn't dare. And in today's world, CEOs, politicians, and influencers do the same, willing to say things, do things, and make enemies if it means getting ahead. The shocking truth: the system rewards ruthlessness. Society claims to value fairness and morality, but in reality it rewards those who know how to bend the rules. In business, the most cutthroat companies dominate the market. In relationships, those who assert their value and set firm boundaries are respected, while those who constantly give without expectation are taken for granted. In life, the ones who control perception, dictate narratives, and seize power shape the world as they see fit. This is the uncomfortable truth that many refuse to accept. The dilemma: if kindness alone doesn't win, what does? If the system is built to favor the bold, the cunning, and the relentless, does that mean you have to abandon your morals to succeed? Not necessarily. But if you remain naive, expecting the world to reward you simply for being good, you'll be left behind. So the real question is, how can you survive in a ruthless world without losing yourself? Let's talk about that next. The power shift: how to survive in a ruthless world. If there's one thing you must understand, it's this: you don't have to become ruthless to survive, but you do have to stop being naive. The world isn't designed to reward passive goodness. It rewards those who understand power, how it works, how it's taken, and how it's used. And this is where Nietzsche's philosophy offers a crucial lesson. Stop seeking external validation. Define your own values. Many people go through life waiting for approval. They want to be liked, accepted, and validated by society. But Nietzsche warns us this is a trap. The moment you let others define your worth, you give away your power. Society teaches you to be agreeable, to follow the rules, and to wait your turn. But those who rise don't wait for permission. You must decide, what do you truly want? What are your values? What is your purpose? Because if you don't define your path, someone else will do it for you. Power isn't evil, it's a tool. The biggest lie you've been told is that power is inherently bad. Think about it. Why are you taught that ambition is selfish or that being strategic is manipulative? Because the people who already hold power want you to stay weak. But power itself is neutral. It's simply a tool, one that can be used for greatness or destruction. The difference is in who wields it. The truth is, you can be both good and powerful. You can be strategic and ethical. You don't have to step on others to win, but you do have to stop playing by the rules designed to keep you weak. Learn to recognize manipulation so you don't become a victim. The greatest weapon of the ruthless is psychological control. They manipulate, deceive, and persuade others to act in their favor, often without them even realizing it. If you can't recognize manipulation, you will always be controlled by those who do. But once you see how the game is played, you gain the ability to protect yourself, defend your boundaries, and make choices from a position of power, not weakness. The world isn't fair, but that doesn't mean you have to lose. Now, there's one final truth you must face. 5. The ultimate truth: the choice you must make. Here's the reality: the world won't change for you. You can complain about corruption, about how good people get overlooked, about how the system is unfair, or you can wake up and learn the real rules of power. History doesn't remember the people who waited for fairness. It remembers those who took control of their own fate. So now, the choice is yours. Will you continue living under the illusion that kindness alone is enough? Or will you open your eyes and start playing the game on your terms? Now that you know the truth, will you use it to rise or stay blind to the game? The choice is yours.